Swiss Simmers, my name is Darth Jesweak and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be building a house for my Not So Berry challenge, the Mint Gen. Also, if this is too fast, it's going in like 8 times speed. This build took me about 2.5 hours, so I wanted to kind of get through it quickly and still show everything instead of like chopping it up into a bunch of little pieces, like I usually do. But anyway, we're building the house for my Not So Berry challenge. The Mint Gen finally aged up into a child. If you guys saw that video, I'll link it in the cards somewhere above. But we needed to move because I didn't own any of my items that I had brought with me to my house that we lived in Ciudad Enamorada. I didn't even own my fridge. I couldn't like put food in the fridge. It was really weird. I hated it and it was making my life terrible. Also, the lag in that lot was bad. It was really bad. I had trouble just switching between characters and my game crashed twice as I was like aging people up and like going into casts. So I just said I need a smaller house and this is what it is. We've got like a craftsman style house going on here in Newcrest. I put it on the Midtown Meadows lot here. It's a 40 by 30 lot, so we got quite a bit of space. I did bring like all of our stuff like with us as we moved. I had a budget of about 100,000 simoleons after everything was said and done. And I had a glitch with the money because I sold all my furniture and only had like 50,000 simoleons, but I know I had about 50,000 simoleons when I moved out of the old house. So I don't know what happened there. Like I said, everything is just bad in my legacy challenge sometimes, so I'm trying to make that better by building them a new house, and hopefully that works. I've just gone on rambling for the last like 2 minutes, and I'm so sorry, I haven't even really talked about the build. We have a craftsman style home here with a very kind of like simple layout. You walk right into the living room. Pumpkin and Minty's room is going to be over here on the side, like in the back behind the living room. There's 2 bathrooms and 3 bedrooms. Then one of the bedrooms is for Belgian, who is our grandma, and then the other one is for our parents, Nico and Nutmeg. We also have our crystal tree and our money tree. I could not forget those because we need the 8,000 simoleons a day until Minty becomes like a money-making scientist, because they make a lot of money once you get to like the higher levels of the career. I'm also gonna have to change us from short lifespan to normal lifespan until we can like get to the top level of our scientist career, because that's like one of the rules for Not So Berry is that you have to complete the career. You have to get to level 10 of each career. So we'll do that. I haven't done it yet because I haven't played. Yeah, I mean, we're kind of rolling right along here. We were already working on the living room. We have this cool little bump out in the front of the house, like in the living room, that I put a couch into because I didn't really know where else to put it. Honestly, I wanted to have like lots of space. We live like right across the street from Sugar, Sean, and Maple, so they can come over a lot if they really want to. Like, they're just across the street. We'll see them a lot, hopefully. We're moving into Belgian's room right now. I thought I would give her a double bed at first, but then I realized it didn't really make sense. Her husband, Sergio, is dead, has been dead. And he doesn't really come around that often. I think I released all the spirits except for his, because it was just getting it was becoming a hassle to have that many ghosts around the house. I think that was part of the problem with all the glitches that I was having. But even after I went and fixed, I'm just getting her a Dream Home Decorator dresser. I put an eco lifestyle bed just for like a placeholder because I really didn't know what bed to get her. I'm trying to stick with like a greenish blue kind of theme here because that's kind of what the mint generation of Not So Berry feels like to me. It's like a light green because mint is green, and like, I don't know. That's just my idea. I know a lot of people do like a teal for the mint generation. I couldn't look at it, but I like green, so I went with green. Minty and Pumpkin are going to be sharing a bedroom here. I had them as 2 bedrooms in the old house, but like I said, it just wasn't working. And I think I just made that house way too big. That happens sometimes, but we'll have our little element table in here. I put out some of our like old items, like the poof that Cherry knitted. I put like all of those out because we have the space for it now. And then this fun rug from Cats and Dogs. I didn't even know that we had that swatch, but I really like it. It's like gray and like lime green. I had a lime green room growing up. When I was like probably 10, I think. My mom let us pick colors for our room, and I picked a lime green like this. Actually, it's probably even brighter than this, like true lime green. I could not sleep. And I wonder why, because I have these like bright walls. I had like trouble sleeping because of the bright walls. I got them a computer, an artist table, the element table I put out. I also put out just like a few stuffies. I also put out the little heart stuffy from Lovestruck. I love that thing. It's so cute. Other than that, I didn't really put too much else in their bedroom. We have a dresser in Belgian's room, so I'm not going to put a dresser in every single room. So I'm just doing the clutter in the bathrooms now. I don't usually show the bathrooms at all because I think bathrooms are boring. But I did this one. Same kind of clutter that I really always do in bathrooms. The shelf that has like nothing on it so that I could put a bunch of clutter on it. Did some candles, some soaps, and like the little cabinet or the little like drawer organizer. I actually have one like sitting on my son's desk that he's using for crayons right now. But I like to have those things because they're really cute, actually. I wish we had more like clutter stuff like that. That's like kind of like messy clutter. We don't really have a lot of stuff like that. Like we have like a couple like piles of clothes that I put on the floor, but that's like really all that you have for like messy clutter, like girl room clutter. I also gave them a chess table because we'll need one for Minty getting the logic skill up. I also have a telescope outside for them because we need to build the logic skill, so I put a telescope outside. I also gave us a science experiment table because that's really good for kids. And then I added the Desert Luxe curtains. I really love those curtains. Like, if I could use them in every single build, I probably would. I also went back and changed all the outside wallpaper because I did not like the brown or tan or whatever color I had it. I really don't even know anymore. It's green now. That's all that matters. We also have a treehouse outside. I was going to try to put a pool back there, but we can just go across the street to Sugar's house if we really want to. They have a small pool in their backyard. I didn't record building their house. I didn't feel like recording two not so berry themed houses. They just have a pool. So we can go over there and use their pool if we really want to. And now I'm just like putting out all of our pictures and kind of organizing them into like a somewhat gallery wall. There's not enough pictures to have for like a full gallery wall. And then I'm also just putting out all of our little plants that we have from Cherry and our crystal grids. So I think they might be fixed. If not, I'm just going to sell them because I can still sell them even if they're not mine, technically. We also have a small garage out front. I put a debug car out in the driveway just for funsies. I also added a woohoo blanket out here along with a bar and the outdoor like TV from the little campers kit. I wanted to have a fun little outdoor space where we could come and like hang out, decompress. They can sit on the blanket and watch TV if they want to. They can woohoo in it. They can just set up a picnic and watch movies if they really wanted to. I wanted to have like a decent amount of outdoor activities because it does get nice here in Newcrest in like the spring and the summer. Fall and the winter not so much. It rains a lot, but that's okay. I also added a privacy fence in front of the girls' room. I just thought that was a nice little touch because they're right next to the sidewalk. Like their room is like this far from the sidewalk. I wanted them to have have a little bit of privacy, so I added that there. I didn't know what I wanted to do for the landscaping in the front of the house. I ended up just adding a bunch more of the pale yellow flowers and the hostas because I thought it looks good. I like the hostas. We really need more plants in this game that are like bushes. I really wish The Sims had more landscaping because I'm not super great at it, but I feel like if we had more like bushes to choose from, I would be happier because some of the flowers in this game are just like so little and tiny that you can't really even see them. And I don't know, I just want like a rose bush or a rose tree or like wisteria, like a wisteria bush. Like that would be so cool. Like I know that they have plants like the wisteria vines, but to have like an actual wisteria bush would be super cool. In my yard, I have like a post that has vine, like a wisteria vine going on it. I'm hoping it gets flowers this year, and if it does, I'll update you guys. Also, side note, I've been teaching myself how to crochet, and I made this cute little top. I'll have to try it on one day, but it's cool. I have to put the laces back through here. My mother-in-law helped me with the lining because I could not figure it out, but she is like really good at crocheting. I also started a rainbow blanket, so if you want to see an update on that, I'm trying not to pull this part out because I don't want it to unravel, but it's about this far. Not very far. I think this is like 30 or 40 rows so far. It's not a lot, but to a crocheter making a blanket, it is. But that's all the time I have for this speed build. As always, I'll do a cinematic tour at the end of this video just to make sure that everything in the house works and is accessible for my Sims. And if it's not, I'll fix it. But that's all I have for today's speed build. As always, I will do a cinematic tour at the end of this video if you want to stick around for that. If not, make sure to drop it a like down below because it really helps out. I hope you all have an amazing day, and I will see you all in the next video. Dag dag!
Pashma Garul.